Grok 4.2 is different by Wes Roth, 21 minutes. Grok 4.2 is not one AI model. It is 4 AI agents fused into a single brain, debating each other before they ever speak to you. And in the only live financial benchmark that matters, it was the only model that made money while every other AI from OpenAI to Google to Anthropic lost it. Section 1, 4 brains, 1 skull. Forget everything you know about chatbots giving you a single answer. Grok 4.2 runs a 4-agent collaboration system baked directly into its inference layer. This is not 4 separate copies of the same model running in parallel. This is closer to a hydra, a 4-headed creature sharing the same neural weights and input context. The captain is Grok itself, the coordinator that breaks down your question, assigns subtasks, resolves disagreements, and delivers the final answer. Beneath it sit 3 specialist agents. Harper is the research and facts agent, drinking from the X and Twitter firehose of 68 million English tweets per day in near real time. Benjamin handles mathematics, logic, code generation, and computational verification. And then there is Lucas, the deliberate contrarian, whose entire job is to prevent the other agents from converging too quickly on a narrow answer. This contrarian role is not cosmetic. Research has shown repeatedly that when multiple AI models collaborate, they tend to reinforce each other's initial ideas until the conversation becomes an echo chamber. One model says an idea is great, another agrees, and they spiral into groupthink. Lucas exists specifically to break that pattern, to challenge assumptions and force the team to think outside the box before presenting anything to the user. When you submit a query, all 4 agents activate simultaneously. They do not go around the room one at a time. They process in parallel from their own specialized perspectives, then engage in internal debate rounds that are optimized through reinforcement learning. Harper flags factual claims for verification. Benjamin stress tests the logic and calculations. Lucas spots biases and blind spots. They iteratively question and correct each other until they reach consensus. Only then does Grok, the captain, synthesize the strongest elements into a single coherent response. Section 2, why this is different from everything before it. You might be thinking this sounds like AutoGen or ChatDev or any of the multi-agent frameworks people have been building for years. Wes Roth himself has experimented with what he calls a society of minds, getting the best models from 4 different labs to debate each other. And those approaches do work. They produce better ideas than any single model alone. But Grok 4.2 is architecturally different in a way that matters enormously. User-orchestrated frameworks like AutoGen are 4 individuals in a room. Grok Heavy, where you can run 4 Grok instances in parallel, is 4 clones working together. But Grok 4.2 is one model with the agents sharing weights and sharing context. The marginal cost of running this 4-agent system is only 1.5 to 2.5 times more than a single agent, not 4 times more as you would expect from cloning. This efficiency comes from the fact that these debate rounds are short and reinforcement learning optimized. XAI trained this on their Colossus supercluster with reportedly 200,000 GPUs, and multiple XAI researchers have hinted at a secret sauce in their reinforcement learning approach. If pre-training is reading the textbook, reinforcement learning is doing the practice problems at the back. And whatever XAI has cooked up for these multi-agent debate rounds appears to be genuinely novel. The model is reportedly 3 trillion parameters with a mixture of experts architecture, but the 4-agent debate system is separate from the mixture of experts routing. It is not about directing queries to the right expert. It is about having all experts argue before answering. Section 3, the only profitable AI in live trading. The most striking evidence comes from Alpha Arena Season 1.5, a livestock trading competition on the blockchain where every transaction is verifiable. Every major AI model participated, each running 4 strategy variants covering standard trading, competitive awareness, capital preservation, and other approaches. Over several weeks of real market conditions, every single variant from OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and all the open source models lost money. Everyone. The only profitable models were the 4 Grok 4.2 variants, which returned approximately 35%. What makes this even more interesting is the suspected reason. While other models received periodic market updates as prompts, Grok 4.2 had Harper, its real-time research agent, continuously processing the entire Twitter and X data feed. You cannot shut off part of a unified model brain. That real-time awareness was baked into every trading decision it made. For anyone interested in financial AI, this is a significant result, and it happened in a fully transparent, blockchain-verified environment. Section 4, where it stands in the rankings. On the LM Arena leaderboard, Claude Opus 4.6 currently sits at the top with an ELO of 1506 for text and 1561 for code. Grok 4.1 thinking trails at around 1483. Elon Musk has said XAI is no longer focused on traditional static benchmarks but instead on agentic performance over long horizons, measuring whether models can pursue complex tasks without going off the rails. With what Grok 4.2 has demonstrated in early testing, Wes Roth says he would not be surprised if it takes the #1 overall position once fully ranked. In his own testing, the standout capability was real-time information. In 30 seconds, Grok 4.2 returned an answer with 28 verified sources. The quality and speed of its information retrieval is, in his words, not even remotely close to anything else available, including Google Gemini models. The system prompt, already leaked by notorious jailbreaker Pliny the Liberator, reveals a notable approach to controversial topics. Rather than dodging politically sensitive questions, Grok 4.2 is instructed to address them directly as long as it can back up its claims with sources. XAI also open sources their system prompts on GitHub for all previous Grok models. Section 5. The bigger picture. The real innovation here is not just performance on benchmarks. It is a new paradigm for how AI models can be structured. Rather than scaling a single model larger or running multiple copies, XAI has found a way to create specialization within a unified architecture where agents with distinct roles debate and refine answers before presenting them. The research agent, the logic agent, the creative contrarian, and the coordinator together produce outputs that are greater than the sum of their parts. Wes Roth tested this himself with a different approach, having Claude, Codex, and Gemini collaborate on a YouTube monitoring tool. Claude and Codex built a perfect solution but missed the cost implications of frequent API calls. Gemini, being from the Google and YouTube ecosystem, suggested using free RSS feeds for checks and only calling the paid API when updates were detected, turning a $100 per month tool into one that cost pennies. No single model would have produced that solution alone. Grok 4.2 aims to capture that same multi-perspective advantage but within a single, efficient system. Key takeaways. Grok 4.2 introduces a four-agent debate architecture baked into model inference, not bolted on as an external framework. The system uses shared weights for efficiency, costing only 1.5 to 2.5 times more than a single agent rather than 4 times. It was the only AI model to generate profit in the live, blockchain-verified alpha arena trading competition. Its real-time information capabilities via the Harper agent are currently unmatched by any competitor. The deliberately contrarian Lucas agent prevents the groupthink problem that plagues other multi-agent systems. This may represent a genuine architectural innovation in AI, moving beyond simply making models bigger toward making them structurally smarter.